Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to the final hour of the show. Final hour of trading. Trading today is Tuesday, October the 4th, 2022. I tell you, I have too much fun here sometimes. I was getting ready to start the show, and the Walmart Canada. I had to when I go live with you guys. There's a certain number of things I have to do here on this computer. I have to tell it to switch to this StreamYard software, and that turns the camera on. And then the software asks me, is it okay if the microphone goes? Hey, yes, it's okay. And then I hit the start button to get my picture up so I can see myself here. And then I have to hit the start broadcast button. So I start that. And then another button comes up, and it's like, this is the start button. Like you've indicated you get ready to go. The link has been made. Now you just start. And I'm just sitting here waiting for it to go, and it's not going. I'm looking, oh, I haven't hit the second button. So I hit the second button. And I found that to be funny. And I started laughing at myself because I'm just sitting here ready to start the show, and I'm going, let's go. Oh, yeah, one more button. And so we're here. Oh, welcome all to the program. This poll question I put up today, will the Dow end up in the red today? I was looking at the market. It was up like 600 something points. And I thought, oh, we've lost a couple of hundred points here. Maybe this market is going to give up some ground. And but it didn't. We're back up to 770 on the plus side of the Dow Jones Industrial. Now, we could still lose 770 points in 1 hour. I've seen this, but it's a long shot. But interesting how this is going. 774 is the gain on the Dow. That's about 2.6%. And over on the S&P 500, we're up 106, which is 2.89%, even better. And then NASDAQ, 346-point gain, which is 3.2%. Does this hurt anyone who writes options? No, it actually doesn't. It actually helps option writers. The reason it helps option writers is that shares are rising in price, which means that the underlying securities that option writers own are more valuable. Deep in the money calls are more valuable, but the options that have been written against these aren't up as much and on a dollar or penny for penny basis. And so you're winning, and you've written out of the money calls that expire short term. And so the time values are shrinking very quickly, in some cases being replaced with book in the money option, like in the money values. And of course, in the money values are penny for penny reactions. So you have a Dow go down tomorrow $500, and these stocks back off 1% in value or more, whatever. These options will immediately retreat with the book value loss, but the amount of time value won't come back in. Some of it will come back in, but not all of it. And that is where option writers win in the end, because today has gone by, tomorrow will go by. That's 48 more hours of time lost. Shrinkage continues. Any kind of pullback, and your options are where you wrote them at or below where you wrote them at, depending on the pullback on the stock. So we don't mind options going up. Stock going up. We don't mind it going up, and we don't mind markets climbing, because if your GameStop wants to go to $28, $29, $30 a share, you're just going to roll up into 28s and 29s and $30 contracts with it. And if you get exercised at 30 instead of 26, that's $400 for every contract, more in your pocket. You're just ahead of the game that way. And so welcome to an up market, which is fine for everyone. Those of you who have margin accounts, obviously, you're allowed to borrow against your margin, your account value, depending on what stock you have. And the thing is that if your account is $5,000 more valuable, the amount of money you owe on the account isn't higher as well. The amount you owe on the account stays at the same level. The value of the account is rising, which means the marginability is better. giving you much more power in your account, which this is all good stuff. It's all good stuff. But unfortunately, I don't think this good time run will last much longer. I'm just kind of looking at it going, okay, yeah, 1 day, 2 days, great. Hey, whatever. Give us a run. Absolutely. What I would love to see happen is a majority of you, a huge number of you, you let me know stuff like, I rolled into these calls, these calls, these calls on this stock, this stock, this stock, this stock. You rolled up on the exercise price, and the next day the market tanks, and you're sitting there going, "Oh, this is pretty good. I rolled up my calls to a higher level on the exercise price, and then the stock dropped underneath me the next morning, which put those contracts right out of the money, half their value." I'm laughing now because they're going to expire worthless by the end of the week. You know, they're going to really depreciate next week. Very interesting stuff. Wing Commander, hey Bruce, I rolled 1126s for this week into 27s for next week. Here's an example. I bought back for 175. I wrote them for 139, and then I wrote the 1127s for 183. I made $100 extra money, and I raised my potential by $1,100. So that's stink bids save lives. Exactly. Stink bids save lives. This is a sweet move. This is exactly what I'm talking about, whether you're writing one option or 3 or 8, 11, 14, 28, 62, 120 contract, doesn't matter. If you're able to do roll-ups like this, you're a winner. And hey, look, we have now Wing Commander sitting on $27 contracts. The stock's at $27.34 right now, GameStop. The shares tomorrow are $26.50. These 27s are out of the money. If on Friday we're at $25.25 a share, these are $175 out of the money, and they're falling quickly. Not bad at all. Nice going. Nice going. Christina, I made a quick $250. And what else is going on? I think this is someone who, Christina, bought 25 AMC puts for 49 cents each. I sold them for 59. Brian, should I roll GameStop October 14 expiry $27? I think I have lots of time before I think about rolling. Oh yeah, and we're nowhere in the not high enough yet to really worry about it. And then Financial Mischief, I've quite enjoyed this run. Between yesterday and today, I've averaged down a bit. I bought a little over 25 grand worth of premiums I brought in. And now I'm just sitting back with my arms folded. Nice going. Bobby Joe, I feel like for GameStop, you should always wait 1 or 0 days until expiry. Time premium so high for GameStop contracts, you could be leaving a lot on the table. Well, this is true in a way, but like we just read here with Wing Commander, even though Wing Commander is buying these contracts back for more than he sold them for, he's selling the new ones for more than he just paid for these. And so in effect, his net cost, he originally received 139. He just added 12 cents, or what is it? 8 cents to the equation. He now has a 147 cost basis on these contracts, and he's got a $1 increase in the premiums in the expiry, exercise premium. Beautiful. It's a beautiful move, and I encourage this highly to absolutely maximize, the odds to you. And by making this move today, what you're doing is you're basically tilting the odds a little further in your favor, because the old contracts, the first batch, were a $26 strike price, exercise price. These are a $27 exercise price. And so the stock can pull back $1 less to put you in the driver's seat than you would have done before. This is where you make your money. So obviously the stock right now is $27.30. These contracts that he's writing are 30 cents in the money, not $1.30 in the money as before. So the old contracts were $1.30 in the money. He only got $1.39 for them. He could only make 9 cents profit if they closed Friday night at $27.30. But now with the 30-cent contract, book value contract, he just got 183 for these. He's 153 in the chips. He's got 153 on his side of the ledger as a win, with only 30-cent book value against it. And that's assuming the stock doesn't move between now and Friday night. We know they fluctuate. So Wing Commander, way to go. There's $1.53 of depreciation coming your way between this Friday and next Friday. That's 8 sessions after tonight. And the stock has had a bit of a run here yesterday and today, as has the market. And any kind of a pullback, a $1 a share pullback to 26.30 puts Wing Commander in a beautiful position. Really nice. Beach Boy, hi, Uncle Bruce. Out of the 115 GameStop cover calls written, I rolled 55 GameStop October 21, 26 and a quarters. I rolled them a 208 for 278 into 55 November 427s for 309. So he's moved up 75 cents strike price, moved up from 278 to 309 in cash, more cash. Nicely done. Beautiful job, sir. Should I be looking for calls and puts for the end of this week? Maybe it depends on just what your game plan is. If you're a writer, you can write for Friday, or you can write for next Friday or the Friday after. Up to you. Depends on premiums. Credit Savage of Wall Street. I bought back a $25 Roblox cover call that I was underwater in to 1,045. So I rolled it over to January 2024. I paid $51 to move up to 35. That's a $10 bump. So in essence, I'm up $1,000 for $51. Thank you very much. We'll be later. Yay, be back later. So he had a $25 cover call. Now he has a $35 covered call, and he had to pay a total of $51 to do that. That's a good win. That's a pretty good win. Beach Boy, the other 60 October 21, 26, 25. So I wrote those for 2.8. I bought them back for 290, and I rewrote November 18, 27.50s for 357, 358. Pushed the strike up 75 cents to 125, and I brought in close to $6,000 for 3 weeks out. Uncle Bruce, there you go. So another $6,000 in Beach Boy's possession right now, in his account. $6,000 more in his account, with more. He has more powder to do what he wants. He's right. He's now sitting on contracts that are barely in the money or still out of the money, and he's going to make a ton of money on this move. I love it. The Dow right now 675 higher. We just backed off a little bit here a few moments ago. All right, Alberta. Okay, I'm here, and you can all begin. Thank you for whoever that was. There was a donation that came in. Alberta, you can begin now. Tesla drops. Missed the opportunity. That's what happens when you're not a true sniper. Sincerely, Daddy, nephew. Actually, I wouldn't have wanted you to do anything. I don't want you to do a thing. Even though it went down to 242, you're not doing anything. You're just sitting with those 250s. You're fine. You're doing just great. Brian, Mirko, you were up by 3 minutes, but you were closest. Mirko, damn, Alberto, you are 3 minutes too early. Alberto, I try. Winner, chicken dinner. People are taking bets on when Alberto's going to show up. Credit Savage Wall Street. Buyback equals buyback. Oh, gotcha. All right, buddy. Thank you for all the codes, which I don't understand. Brian, BB is not BlackBerry anymore. That's true. Splair, I would write for next Friday because you can always close it during the week, and worst case during next week. Exactly true. Splair, you know it. We're up 677 points. The high of the day for this index, the Dow got up to 30,308. That was the best level, 308. We're at 30,169. So 240 points lower than the high of the day, I'm guessing is what we're off now. We're at 3179 versus 30,308. So no, 120 points. I'm having trouble with my math today. Getting old. But it's about 100 and something points, 120 odd points lower so far. Still up 691. And S&P up 95, NASDAQ up 312. The index, the percentages, 2.3% for the Dow, 2.5 for S&P, 2.8 for NASDAQ, which is lower, but just a bit lower, not a lot lower. Oil is still ahead on the day, up 262 a barrel today to 86.25. That's what we're showing there. All right. Let's see what else is going on. Beach Boy sent you a thank you, Uncle B. Ho. And that's what that was. Thank you, Beach Boy, for that. Trying to stay up on all the messages coming through here. Thank you, all of you, for being there. Yeah, there it is. Thanks, Beach Boy. Oh. Thanks, pal. Appreciate it very much, my friend. Let's take a look here at other comments. Alberto, Beach Boy, that is the way. Did DQ agree? Beach Boy, Alberto, DQ is asleep. Don't talk too loud. Not to wake him up. Don't wake him up right now. Grant Savage. Uncle Bruce, my average on this RBLX is 21. So being underwater was awesome. I was praying to get exercise since I got $9 from my original Gangsta contract, the OG contract, 8 months ago. It's all premium to me, baby. If we go red, I'll buy back. If green, roll. There you go. Nice going. Alberto, Beach Boy, laugh out loud. Don't wake him. Don't wake him. Right on. 690 is the Dow drop right now. Tesla is up 556 to 247.96. Twitter is up 541 to 47.95. Now, it looks like Musk sent a letter last night to Twitter. Basically, he's going to go ahead and buy the company for 54 or whatever a share, whatever that deal was. And so Twitter has reacted nicely here this afternoon. It got up to 49.99 a bit today, but right now 47.95. Just as the news broke, Tesla dumped off. It was at 257 or so. And within an hour of that announcement, it was at 242. So it dropped $15 a share from 257 to 242. And right now it's 248.08, up 568. That's where Tesla. So Tesla is lower than it was. Twitter is higher than it was. And the speculation is how much Tesla stock will have to be sold by Musk to pay for this acquisition, or how will he do it? And that's why this is going on. And then the other thing that's happening in the Tesla camp is if Musk, is now going to own Tesla, Twitter, if he's going to own Twitter, how much of his time is going to be taken away from him from Tesla to work on the Twitter stuff? And what about the SEC implications and all this stuff? We don't know. And so that's part of the discussions right now that are going on. All right. Apple is up 318, was as high today as 146.22. Right now, 145.60. GameStop 27.36. The high of the day for GameStop today was $27.83, and we're 27.39 at the moment. So we're off about 44 cents from the high of the day. But the stock had been setting higher highs as the day went on. Now we'll see if it kind of hangs on to this gain of a 196 gain, or whether it's going to give up some ground. SoFi up 24 cents to 538. The high today, 546, 32 million traded. Rocket Lab is up 26 cents to 457. HPQ is up 66 cents to 26.55. The high today was 26.86 this morning, around 11 o'clock. Doing okay. The AMC Ape situation, they've had a good day today, finally. They're up $1.24 combined, $7.82 for the common stock, up 94 cents. And then those Ape preferreds are up 30 cents to 2.74. I do not know if there's any positives regarding AMC's fundraising drive. No idea. I honestly don't know. All right. Moving on to ME. We're up 14 cents to 305. So we're over 3 again. I'm trying to hold it. Matterport is up 23 to 414. The ATIP just up 1.5 cents to 102.5. Smart Rent up 19 to 248. Spire is up 5 cents to $1.15. Xterra went green, but it's up only 2.5 cents to at 399.5. Bed Bath Beyond up 42 cents to 641. Pfizer up 16 cents to 44.30. Boeing up 6.35. Very consistent day here, up to 132.40. Cisco up 81 cents, 41.72. Home Depot up 4.69 to $288. Carvana up 1.74 to 23.20. Robinhood up 75 cents to 10.86. Vanik Semiconductors SMH 199.32, up 7.50. For the semiconductor index today. IBM is up $3.43 to $124.94. Microsoft up $7.26, $247.94. The high of the day was $250 today. holding around 247.94. Goldman up 13.87 to 313. Google up 290. Amazon up 490. Meta Platforms $1.49. Better. BlackBerry up 18 and about 18 cents to 4.99. Royal Caribbean up 5.79 to 43.38. Big day for Royal Caribbean today. Target up 4.69. JP Morgan up $4 and 40 cents. Costco up 5.90 to $483. Walmart up $1.23. Nvidia up 5.98. Disney up 3.67. Moderna up 4.27. And American Airlines has got a gain today of 98 cents to 12.90. Netflix down 37 cents. That's one of the reds. One of the negatives today is Netflix. Looks like the only red stock on my entire board. Netflix, oddly enough. 673-point gain for the Dow is the current market. 95 for S&P, that's less than 100, and the Nasdaq still holding a 315-point gain. There is the latest at the moment. All right, 27.32 on GameStop, off about 50 cents from the high of the day at this moment in time. There we are, kids. Welcome to the party, pal. That's where we're at. Let's take a look here. What else is going on? Constantine, Uncle Bruce, if you don't mind explaining this to us, in the morning, you always say pre-split. What do you mean by that? Thank you. Okay, GameStop split 4-1 about a month and a bit ago, 4, 5, 6 weeks ago. GameStop split 4-1. So for every share you had, you now have 4 shares of GameStop. Now, if you look at GameStop today at $27.29, you multiply that number by 4, and you can see what it was trading at had it not split, all things being equal. Well, $27 times 4 is $108. The shares before the split were between $80 a share, kind of, to $200, kind of, lately. Mostly in this 100 to 130 range is where the stock's been hanging out at. When the split happened, or just as it was about to happen, the shares actually were $180. They got the $45 each after the split, but the game has really backed off since. But I keep talking about the volume on GameStop, because how many shares trade will tell you an indication of whether there's real conviction behind the buyers or the sellers for the current price of the stock. And in GameStop, we have found time and time again that if the volume is high, the shares could move up. And we remember before the stock split a year and a half ago, back in January, more than a year and a half ago now, in 2021, there were days where we were going through 100 million a day, every day, like huge volumes, huge. There's only 74 million out, and the stock was trading more shares every day than existed. But after the hype ended and things started to calm down, just before the split, the last few months, we were trading 2.5, 3 million shares every day pre-split. That's like 10 to 11 to 12 million shares a day now. Today, GameStop, as of right at this moment, 3.8 million traded. And we have less than an hour to go on the day. We got about a half an hour left to go. We're not even trading a million shares. We're trading at 950,000 shares if you reverse the split. So we're not going to do we might do 1.1 million today, 1.2 million. This is half or 40% of the kind of volume we were doing before the stock split. And the thinking was by a lot of market players that with a stock split, the volume would be even better than what it used to be. But it turns out that's not the case at all. So yeah, there are more shares trading hands in shares, but not actual shares when you take into account the stock split. So I keep referring to the pre-split figures. If we trade more than 10 million shares in a day, that's a 2.5 million pre-split day. That's what I mean. Splayer, wasn't Tesla some weeks ago a few $100 higher? It was about 100 higher a little while ago. Tesla was $311 on September 20. And if we go back 6 months ago, 381 on April the 4th. Let's see. In the last year, 410 November the 4th, 410. So we're at 248. Yeah, we've dropped a bit. This is the chart for the last 52 weeks on Tesla. That's where we were. We got up to here. That was the 410 mark, and now here we are here, right here, having gone through June's lows. The dead cat bounce for August. There's the dead cat bounce in August, right there, and now here we are down here in this 240 range. So there's your high-tech chart from your buddy Uncle Bruce. You can look those up yourself if you like. Brian, pre-split is divide by 4. So that was a stock split, but it split 3 for Brian for GameStop options. Nomads, we're number 65 on your thumbs up meter. Thank you guys for these thumbs ups while I'm yapping away. We have now just under 70 thumbs ups have come in. We only need 30 or so more to get to 100. Keep those thumbs ups coming out. Appreciate it. Splitter, I think Twitter will be for him something like the Boring Company. It's existing, but everyone is completely forgetting it. Olivia, hi friends. I'm thumbs up 67. Alberto, Michael, I did write on SoFi only 100 though. Michael, Alberto, I wrote 5.5s for next Friday. I took in 2,300 and change, says Michael. Alberto, Michael, you are a real sniper. I like your covered calls. Constantine, thank you for the explanation, Uncle B. You got it. Mirko, hey, Uncle Bruce. I had 5 HPQ 25 expiry October 14s. I rolled them into 26s for October 28th with an 11-cent profit a contract. I rolled still in the money, but with more cash in hand, would you still consider it a good move? Guess so. I say, yeah, if you're getting more money and you can move up $1 on your contracts, I would make that move. Yeah, it's 500. It's $50 a week per. But yeah, I take that deal. I'd move that up. Let's see, Alex Mirko. I like that move. I did something very similar. Mirko spare. Tesla also split 3-1. That's right. Split. Yeah, that was the split. Nick, not having a good day today. No, if you're shorter, Nick, if you're a shorter, you're not having a good day today with a 700-point increase in the Dow. I would think not. Jen Doe, number 79. You got to pick your spots, Nick. You got to respect buying power to let it come in and then wait for tops and see what you get. There might be a pullback in the next 30 minutes, but I don't know how much. We'll find out. Yeah, you have 1,400 up points working against you. But the good news is taking on positions from here might work out. Let's see how it goes. Tesla is up $6 to 248. Twitter up 540 to 47.95. Apple's up 329 to 145.74. GameStop 27.26, a little lower again. We're now off almost 60 cents from the high of the day, up 188 on GameStop. GameStop is up, but it is backed off a bit. SoFi 536 up 23. Rocket Lab up 26 cents to 457. HPQ is holding just around 70-cent gain. 26.58 is what I'm showing there. All right. Let's see. I had shorted ENPH at 284. If it drops below that, then I'm happy. Right on, sir. We'll see how it goes. They don't go straight up. They don't go straight down. So, there's always the other direction to look for. We got ME up 14, Matterport up 24, ATIP up 1.5, SmartRent up 20 cents almost, Spire up just about 5.5, 6 cents, Cyxtera up 1.5. And Pfizer holding a 23-cent gain, Boeing $6.65 higher, Cisco up 81, Home Depot up 498 to the good side, Carvana up 163, IBM up 348, Microsoft holding a gain here of 735, Goldman 14.25 gain to $313, Google up 302, Amazon up 494, and Meta Platforms, the old Facebook, up 149 a share to $140. There you go. We got some positive moves on some of these stocks, of course. Relief rally, yeah. Maybe a bit of a short play going on, maybe, yeah. A little oversold, a little too quickly for the last 2 weeks, maybe. But I don't share in the long-term upside here. I don't think this is going to last long. But Every day is a new day, isn't it? Never ending. Let's go. What else is going on here? Alex, Mirko, if we pass $27 on HPQ, I'll roll into November, but we must be in for a flat day or a red day soon. And again, it's not like HPQ is going out of business and they're losing tons of dollars. HPQ, the rumor was that PC sales were slower than last year because people are not stuck at home. But HPQ is such a value company. I wouldn't bet against it very, very strongly. But 26.58 now. We were a bit lower here in the last few weeks. Just here on the 29th of September, 24.80. It's not like that was a long way ago. That's only a couple of bucks, but we've recovered a little bit, and it's looking a little better. But 27 wants to go there. I agree. You can look at rolling. All right. What else is going on here? Hey, my platform's saying that Twitter is halted. It's been that way most of the day. Well, we have it at 47.95 here on a volume today of 9.4 million. And I guess it is halted. I guess they've put the halt on it and are basically awaiting an official announcement for all shareholders to consider. I suppose that what it is that what that is. And we'll see what gives. The word, though, is that Twitter has agreed to pay the full price for the deal. So maybe it opens in the 50s when it comes back. Mirko, I'm not worried. We will make money on it. We can always roll up and out. Exactly. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, China. Seems the latest casualty is Ray Dalio, who just happened to step aside at his fund. Is Z laughing yet? Yeah, I really don't know. I don't know. Mirko, yes, halted the whole day, says Mirko. Interesting. So that market, that stock, Twitter has not budged, obviously, since the halt. A 693-point gain is what the Dow is enjoying at the moment, with now 28 minutes left in the session. 2.38%, with S&P up 2.67%, NASDAQ up 2.97%. It's a $44 billion acquisition that Musk has to fund to acquire Twitter. And I know he had put billions and billions of financing together already. He may have been working on this the last couple of weeks, and he might be ready to roll. Oil, by the way, up $2.56 a barrel to 86.19. That's what we got over there. All right. And Splair, it looks like I have to wait 2 more days for sure to get fresh money into first trade. So I go on lurking on TV while playing Ratchet and Clank. Wishing you all a good night and a successful end of the day, Splair. You hang in there, buddy, and hopefully you'll be up and running real soon with us again. Very interesting. Let's see. 702 gain on the Dow now. Tesla up 588 to 248.28. Those of you who've written 250s and 260s, way to go. That's the trade you want to be sitting on right now if you're writing on Tesla. Apple 145.81, and then GameStop 27.41.42 now, with 27 minutes left in our session, and we're then done for the day. Thank you all for being part of the show today. It's great to have you here. It's been a fun time. No kidding. What an interesting couple of days. And let's see. Let's go. I noticed the other day Ford announced, I think it was yesterday, a 9% drop off in sales. Interesting. We shall see how that plays out. Just looking at headlines right now here on Market Watch. Not seeing a lot. Not a lot to get excited about here. Sort of the same as this morning. Interesting. Right on. Rocket Lab holding a 27-cent gain at 458. SoFi up 24 to 537. Nice to see that. 27.41 is the last trade on GameStop or so, and our markets right now 695 gain on the Dow at the moment. Okay, there you are, kids. That is the dealio. And headlines on the Wall Street Journal. Let's go. U.S. job openings fell in August. We heard that this morning. Micron is going to spend up to $100 billion on a chip factory in New York State. The semiconductor plant in Clay, New York, would be the largest in the United States as Washington tries to boost the industry. Very interesting. Alrighty. Ukraine army making more gains in Ukraine against Russia. Very interesting there. Let's see. The FAA has boosted the amount of time between shifts for flight attendants. Flight attendants will now have a minimum of 10 hours off between shifts. Interesting. Loretta Lynn passed away today at 90. I heard that. And let's see what else is going on. No one is talking about the fact that North Korea set off one of their missiles and it flew over Japan. No one's saying anything about it very much. It's a big deal in Japan, I'm sure. But boy, it's not a big deal on the news, is it? Flying over northern Japan. Amazing. Can you imagine if a country tried, if Mexico flew a missile over parts of the United States into the water? Can you imagine what would happen? Can you just imagine? Can you imagine if North Korea flew a missile over China, or if South Korea flew a missile over China and into the water? I don't think that would go over too well. Yeah, kind of weird, isn't it? Man, I don't know. I just don't know. The weirdest stuff going on out there, I guess. All right. Interesting stuff. GameStop right now, 27.47, up 209 on the day. 27.47 on GameStop. By the way, I also want to mention those of you out there, thank you for the 100 thumbs ups, by the way. We just hit the 100th. You guys are awesome. But I just want to mention that if any of you out there are picking up any of my classes on my website, and you're having any issues getting the class to getting access to it now that you've bought it, send me a private email. There's links in the website, but you can also, you can find my email on any of my videos. Just go to the description down below. You'll see a link there. brucefarmer@hotmail.com. Send me a message and say, hey, Bruce, I bought lesson number whatever, and I can't seem to find the link for it. I will take care of you on that after I'm off the air live, and we'll get you looked after. And if you have any questions about any of the classes, you can always send me a private email as well, and I'll do my best to answer it. Otherwise, and ask the question on the show. If you're a member of this channel, let me know, and we'll try to answer it for you. Okay. I wanted to show you something else today. I want to show you this little map here of the Mediterranean because I read a story today that I wanted to just mention. This is the Mediterranean Sea, of course. Africa on the bottom, Europe on the top. You see the boot there for Italy. If you look over to the far right, however, you'll see Egypt on the bottom, Saudi Arabia at the very bottom right. You'll see Jordan, you'll see Israel, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey, and we go up the side there. And just off the coast of Lebanon and Syria is Cyprus, I wanted to mention something too. I read a story today that there's been discussions going on for a long time that the United States is a big mediator of. The United States is trying to mediate a deal between Israel and Lebanon to have natural gas be produced from an offshore gas field that is been oh, there's been discussions about this and arguments over who owns what and who has what. Some of the gas field is under territory that Israel claims. Some of it is under Syrian area. And the two countries are in delicate negotiations with the U.S. as an intermediary to try to come up with an agreement to produce gas from that field. And apparently it's a good sized gas field. Now, Lebanon needs all the cash it can get its hands on because Lebanon had that horrific uh, Beirut explosion about a year and a half, 2 years ago, that grain silo that blew up that one day. It was made the world headlines. Lebanon is a country in real financial distress, and it's also in complete political disarray because the country is dominated by a group called Hezbollah, which I believe is heavily backed by Iranian influencers, for lack of a better word. Of course, Israel has its issues, and Israel is a democracy, and they're trying to negotiate with a country that kind of doesn't recognize your existence or doesn't want to. Kind of hard to make a deal. So the Americans are in the middle of this deal, trying to say to these two sides, look, if you guys can make a separate arrangement, bring in a third party to manage this oil field, for example, I mean, this natural gas field, you two countries could make a lot of money here. You could produce a lot of gas from here, supply your own needs if you need to, and any other excess gas that you produce, you can sell in the hottest natural gas market in the world right now because of Russia and the dispute with Europe. You can sell natural gas to Greece, to Turkey, to Italy, to Spain. I mean, Europe will take all the natural gas you've got because they could use it. The two of you could do really well financially with this arrangement. And so apparently a deal is close at hand. It's very close at hand. Technical deals being worked out. The Hezbollah group, they're negotiating, and the Israelis, however, they're negotiating. The Americans in the middle trying to work this out. Now, why would the Americans care? You wonder, why does America get involved in stuff like this? Well, if you can you can help out with a deal like this, and the two nations economically prosper because of it, it just improves the quality of life for citizens of both countries. But at the same time, it improves the quality of life for America's European allies. As if you can deliver millions of cubic feet of liquefied natural gas to Europe from a steady source like this, it takes Russia further off the priority list to have to deal with down the road. It makes it easier to deal with Russia because Russia now will find that so many million cubic feet a day aren't available to their markets anymore, been replaced by another provider. And so the strategic interest of the United States actually comes into play because the USA is part of NATO. And if you can deliver gas to NATO countries through Europe, this just helps your buddies and makes things a lot easier. Maybe brings the price of gas down lower because this is shut-in gas. It's not going anywhere to anybody. This could make the world a better place in that regard. Interesting how this was going on today. So again, here's that map. And you can see on the bottom right where you see Israel, Jerusalem, Lebanon, Beirut. Just north of Syria, that is now dominated by the Russians. Then there's Turkey that's sort of trying to be independent here. North of Turkey, the Black Sea, and just north of that, the Ukraine area right there. And you can just see how all this is, in the neighborhood, as it were. So gas from Israel and Lebanon in that offshore field at the sort of the border point of the two countries That gas can easily go to Greece. It can easily go into Italy. But apparently, there would be, I guess, they would be trying to get. There's ways to try to get the gas to Egypt first, and Egypt would liquefy it. They have plants where they can liquefy under pressure this gas, and so the liquefied natural gas would then go by ship to European locales. This map here that I've shown you before is the most important gas pipelines in Europe that basically come from Russia, as you can see, including at the top there, Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2. Both of those pipelines are shut down. Most of these other pipelines are not producing gas into Europe at all. So if you can get natural gas to the boot of Italy, over to over to, is it Sardinia down there, that island, you get gas down there, you've got gas going into all of Europe through Italy, and you'd have it past Palermo and then come up the boot of Italy and go all the way into Europe from this field. This is really important stuff, and this is behind the scenes stuff going on that you in America will never hear about on your national newscast. It is not a top story, but it is actually a very important story for energy security for America's allies. It's a big, big deal. Anyway, there you go. I mentioned that today for the heck of it. Thank you all for tolerating that message. Let's see what else is going on here. Thank you, guys. All right, here we are. Alberto, Uncle Bruce, are we waiting on SoFi? What I'm asking is, I have been really conservative with SoFi. I've been taking pennies, but I can do better. Well, SoFi, I've been waiting for a turnaround on the stock because of just how oversold I think it is. But it got to $8, what, a month and a half ago, and here we are at 538. Finally, 538. We had such a good run a little while ago, and we bottomed out here at was it 487 or something, 482 or whatever the heck it was. Now we're 530. We're only 50 cents ahead of where we were lately, but we did touch 823 or something like that. That wasn't too long ago. That was August 3rd. Here we are, October 4, 2 months ago, we were at $8, and it's been a mega frustrating experience to see it cough up all that ground to come back down here. But it's a start. It's starting to come back, but we all know this stock has a long way to go. So I don't want to encourage you guys to write calls too short that will, well, let's put it this way, too low that could get you caught if we get a shot. We get a $2 shot in one day, every contract you guys have written is upside down. On the other hand, I don't want you to lose out on making money either. I don't want to hold you back from writing $5.50 or $6 calls and bringing in some cash. But can you bring much cash in? I just don't know. So it's a gamble, and I just I love SoFi. I really like it a lot, but that doesn't mean a damn thing about what the stock is trading at. That's not up to me. I'm trying my best. Yesterday, for example, I was building a 3D puzzle from an Empire State Building that I bought with a 20% employee discount. He's trying to kill time here. Mirko, come on, guys. 5 more thumbs ups, and we got triple digit. Well, we have that done. That's an old message. Thank you. Brian, I can't give any more thumbs. Thank you all for helping out. Let's see what else is going on here. Yeah, Alberto, earnings coming up first week of October for SoFi, so let's see what happens then. And let's go. Let's go. Thumbs up at 108. Nick, you mean the Marilyn Monroe doctrine? Oh, man. What else going on here? There's all kinds of silliness happening. Beach Boy, yeah, that deal is all over the news since yesterday here in Israel. It's all over the news. I can imagine it is. It is a big, big deal. Um, wouldn't it be funding a terrorist group though? Again, you got to decide. Do you want to fund the government of Beirut for its schools, its food supplies, its medical and hospitals? You call Hezbollah whatever you want, but the Lebanese have to figure out for themselves what they're going to do with themselves. But that gas is sitting there, and that can buy a lot of grain, medical supplies, school books, and keep the Lebanese people in a higher standard of living. That means they have more to lose if they were to go to war, making it less likely to go to war. I think that's a smart move. Anyway, what else is happening here? Mike H. That's why it's so difficult to conclude. Hezbollah is a terrorist group and also politically involved somehow through proxies in their government. Anyway, what can I say? Splair, Uncle Bruce always finds some topic to focus me on the show. Brian, Nick, greed. I really think I enjoy the market because of the connections and complexities of world issues. Let's see. Splair, you could change your nickname on that Discord chain. We all recognize one another over there. Wing Commander, Twitter no longer halted. Trades at a 51-ish. 51.50 on Twitter. Here we are. That is correct. We are at 51.50 now. The high was 52.20, and we're at 51.53, up 8.99, which puts Tesla now 249.15, still up 675 right now. The Dow up 772. We got 9 minutes to go with a strong opening. Looks like my poll question is useless. Would we go negative today? I don't think we're going to go negative today. I don't think so. So never mind on the poll question. We'll put another one up another day. But I was kind of curious to see how that was going to run today. It looked for a minute there, we might back off. 783-point gain on the Dow, 105 on S&P, 336 gain on NASDAQ. That is the deal here. And the key now is the acquisition of Twitter by Musk. Get that done, get it out of the way, and we can move on to other things. But Tesla right now, 249.30. 220, 249.26, up 685 a share. All right, that's the deal over there. 27.63 on GameStop, up 225. The high today, $27.83 for GameStop, about 20 cents away from where we are right now. Could Musk have shorted the Twitter to make it well? I don't think so. I think he'd be caught red-handed doing that. Too many insider reports would need to be filed. That you can't hide that kind of activity. I doubt it. Let's see. Boeing and Goldman Sachs stocks are the big winners today on the Dow, helping the Dow gain the points they're gaining today. A little rotation going on. Twitter's now up $9, 51.54 last trade. And we are down to 7 minutes. 7 minutes to go, and we're done for the session today, everybody. Welcome one, welcome all to the party, pals. It's good to have you here. Another interesting day, to say the least, as we watch a lot of activity here. Whew. Man, oh man, what a day. Let's take a look here on foreign currency. The euro is back to 99.89, almost parity. The pound is at 114.76, 1.3 cent gain again today. The US dollar is slipping against those guys. The Japanese yen is at 144.03. The Canadian dollar gaining today. It's at 135.16. So the Canadian dollar in the last 3 days has gone from 138.40 to 135.16. So it takes a 135 Canadian to get a dollar versus 138.40 to get a dollar, American dollar. That's good for Canadians heading south on holidays. Definitely better. That is what I see there. All right, there you go, kids. That is the dealio right here and right there on the markets. 27.52 on GameStop, up 214 on the session today, with the Dow holding a 795 point gain today. A big day again today, like yesterday. So no urgent selling coming in. Last 6 minutes now. No urgent selling. A little more nibbling. 802 point gain. 808. We'll see how long this lasts, though, because there is always potentially bad news around the corner. But hey, what can I say? Nothing I can do there. Nothing I can tell you. John Anderson, Uncle Bruce, when selling an option to buy stock, is it buy to open or sell to open? When selling an option to buy stock, is it buy to open or sell to open? Thank you. Okay, John, I don't get the question. I don't know what you mean. I need help here. Are you trying to write a contract? Are you writing a call option against stock you have? That means sell to open. And then when you buy it back is buy to close. I'm not sure what we got here. Brian, Dow is up 1,600 point in 2 days. That's crazy. Wing Commander, that is because the world is just fine now. Nothing to see here, he says. Alex, Brian, it is crazy. It can't go up forever, can it, says JR? You can't really. 814 point gain was the moment of, that was our momentum a few minutes ago. 792 right now. For now, 792 point gain at the moment. We've got 4 minutes left in the day. 4 minutes left to go. 27.56 on GameStop. 146.11 on Apple, up 366. Twitter at $52. 945 gain. Tesla 249, up 660. Dow's up 809 again. Another pop here at the end of computer buy program. Brian, yes, I heard not recession, not supply chain issues, no banks going into default. Laugh out loud. Wing Commander, what goes up must come down. I think Newton said that, or was it Garfield? Coyote Bloomberg said it was the best October start in gains since the 1920s. Fool of a took. Rolled over my one contract of GameStop at a loss. Had a bid in to buy it back. Had a bid to buy back the 1014 26s for 153 and it shot up. I bought at 250, originally sold 155, but I rolled into a 1021 28 for $2. So for 50-cent cost, you moved into a $2 higher strike price. And that's a good move. That's an okay move to grab the higher strike price and say, come and take me out here. Nice going for Splair. When it's buy to open, you can end up buying the stock after the call gets in the money. Michael, with the option to buy the stock, John Anderson, Mike, yes, I believe so. With the option to buy the stock. If you want to exercise, you have to notify your broker. You want to exercise your contract. Pardon me. But if you're going to buy a call option and hope that you exercise it by buying up the stock, you then buy to open. If you're going to buy the option, you're going to go long the option. Michael, that would be to sell to open, but the put side, not the call side. Michael, he means a cash secured put. Well, he didn't say that. He said call. A cash secured put means you're going to sell to open. If you're writing a cash secured put for a stock you're thinking of buying. Okay. Well, I sure hope you guys are making sense of this because I'm lost here on what you mean. But okay. 27.51 to 56 on GameStop. The Dow up 778. We've got 2 minutes to go. And we're done for the day, everybody. 107 point gain on S&P and NASDAQ up 342. Interesting day, to say the least. We're up 258 now on oil, 86.21. We're higher. And Michael, well, I cracked the code. Laugh out loud. I cracked it. I go, you either buy to open, buying a call, or sell to open, writing a call, buy to close it out, the call you wrote, and sell to close to sell the option you bought. Those are the terms. That's right. It's 2 buys, 2 sells. Is how you do this. One way or the other, you're buying to open or buying to close. Okay. Twitter, 52. Tesla, 249. and the Dow up 794. 1 minute left to go, and I'm hanging on by a thread. Another long day. Your buddy Uncle Bruce is a tired guy. Thank you all for being here again with me today. Those of you who are becoming members, rolling over your memberships for another month, thank you for your faith in the channel, and let's make some more money tomorrow. I don't mind markets going up, actually. I really don't mind, because they eventually back off, and you roll up and then enjoy the dips when they come. We're done. The bell, it's time for the bell. 2 o'clock here in Calgary, 4 o'clock in New York. We're done for the day, and we're finished with an 827-point gain on the Dow with a buy program coming in at the very end. Going to be interesting to see how this market reacts tomorrow, that's for sure. Wayne Commander, thank you for the bell, buddy. JR, them's the bells right there. That's right. We're done. Another interesting day. Home prices fell in August from July. Core Logic says interesting stuff. And over 50% of CEOs say they're considering cutting jobs over the next 6 months, and remote workers may be the first to go. And that would be fine, because remote workers will find easy extra work from others. I don't think they're going to have any trouble, because a lot of remote workers are going to become consultants, and they're going to work through their little own holding companies. They're going to contract themselves out as a small one-man placement agencies, and they're going to get way more money. CEOs will regret the day they let go their best people. Wing Commander, the bells, thank you. Good night, Splair. You take care. Wing Commander, disclaimer, I am not DQ or LT. Alberto, see y'all later. Good night, all. Thanks to the GOAT. Richard Carlin, hell of a day, folks. Aurora, bye all. JR, Alberto, you take it easy. John Anderson, damn it, I buy to open. I buy to open. Night all from Alex. Moonman Moo survey says, well, we got that poll question. Apparently, 76% of you did not think the market would drop today, and 24% of you did. So there you have it. That's the end of our poll. We did have today 158 people take a vote on it. I appreciate that. We have 141 thumbs ups today. 141. This is fabulous for the afternoon show. It never matches the morning show for the numbers of people here. Thank you all so much for helping out, getting us all the way to 141 thumbs ups. That is cool stuff. Well, there it is, kids. We're done for another day of fun. We're going to see tomorrow, Wednesday, how things go. I want to thank you all for joining me today and hanging out with us. And let's see what happens tomorrow as we look at rollover scenarios, dips and rips. We'll see what gives up here. Morning show is so much longer. Wing Commander, have a great night. You all. Coyote, more time for people to stop by. It's true. I'm on, of course, 2 hours in the morning, a little over an hour during the afternoon. Thank you all for everything here. Appreciate all of you. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you, Uncle B. You got it, Constantine. Have a great night, too. Stay safe. Stay healthy, everybody. We'll start again tomorrow with the alert show. Pre-alert show, and then don't forget tomorrow night, 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, prime time with Uncle Bruce for Gold Bagel members. Come on around and enjoy that, guys. All right, everyone, have a good night. Stay safe and healthy, and we'll talk to you tomorrow from Calgary one more time. Take care. Bye for now.